We really miss the social interaction of having like meeting together as a group of friends and filmmaking community, having that social interaction outside of your actual team productions is something we really missed this semester. So the Filmmaking Society at UVA is one of the older organizations that I know of on grounds. What we mainly are is a community of student filmmakers who are dedicated to sharing knowledge, tips, and tricks on how to make films and basically explore the art of filmmaking together.
So SURE, or Starting an Undergraduate Research Experience, is a first semester club here at the university. It was founded over the summer, and our mission is to try and provide undergraduate research opportunities and teach everyone the skills and tricks to get involved in research themselves. I came up with a lot of the framework for SURE with Dr. Helmke back in like May or something like that, when we were a whole lot more optimistic about coming back and being in person on grounds in the fall. So a lot of the original framework was set up around actually being in person. So we were thinking about having a lab component where we would use the Ideas Lab space in the basement of Thornton Hall A to be able to actually bring in undergraduate engineers and teach them skills like this is how you pipette, this is how you use a microscope, stuff like that. Like really basic lab skills that no one really thinks about until you're trying to get involved and you're like, oh shoot, I really want to know how to do this certain thing, and be like, hey professor, I know how to do this.
We're a weekly improv club, and what we do is that every week we have improv meetings where we pretty much do more recreational, like more like fun. Trying to figure out the best way to explain it, but we do improv where it's anybody can join. You don't have to audition, you don't have to try out or even apply for it. We want anybody coming to AJAR because we think that improv isn't really for anybody specific, it's for anyone, because it helps you whether you're going into like public speaking, business, even interviewing at like that stuff right now. Improv is super helpful because it definitely helps build your confidence. And so that is one thing we like to do about AJAR, is just do like improv games that kind of like make you think like, oh, I can't like control the situation. Like I have to really like get comfortable, and I have to really think about like what I'm going to say next. And that is like, part of improv.
For us, rather than disseminating information, it was more about community building. That was what we were really focused about. So building that sense of community with your team members was something that we feel we really achieved, especially in the last 2 weekends where we had 2 productions filming over the weekend. You could really see all the team members had really gelled among themselves very well, to the point where the efficiency of the production just increased rapidly. So with that was one of the fears of executive members was that we couldn't get the production done in time, because all these new members who haven't met each other in person before are meeting for the first time and are asked to do a film. It would take some time to like get along with each other, but having this community building sort of meetings done beforehand really helped us. On the day of production, everyone knew what they were supposed to do, and the actual filming of scenes just went very efficiently.
Because you do improv we're doing on Zoom, we have had more access to people. Like, for example, we had a guest instructor, Denise Stewart. She's a former UVA professor, and she's just teaching it recently in the business school. So we were able to have her Zoom in. And I think like if everything was in person, I'm not sure how free she would have been.
The definite benefit was that we were able to enroll 115 students in this first semester, which is absolutely insane. And I attribute that a large part to Zoom, because it's really easy just to be like, okay, I've got a free hour here. I'm just going to tune in and see what they got to say. It would have been really nice to have social events too, like pizza mixers, something like that. I would have been so happy to do that. just because another really important aspect of this is not only is it getting people in a lab, it's getting people involved in the lab, and it's getting people involved in the research community as a whole. I've met a whole bunch of people, some pretty good friends of mine that aren't in my lab, but I've met through research in other labs. So being able to facilitate those interactions through other events would have been really nice if possible.